Thanks for joining me on Life and Surround, and a very happy Halloween to all of you. Today, I'm very excited to share the announcement that Peter Gabriel is releasing a new album very soon, December 1st. This album is called I.O. He has been releasing singles from the album every full moon and then releasing alternate mixes of every single song every subsequent new moon, an alternate stereo mix, and an Atmos mix. These mixes are done by 3 separate engineers and all have their own arrangement characteristics. For instance, the Atmos mixes sometimes have parts that are entirely newly recorded just with the Atmos mix in mind, and it's my understanding that the same goes for the album stereo mix and the alternate stereo mix. I'm not sure that's quite the right way to put it. Maybe this is just like 3 different versions of the same album. So there's a bright side mix, a dark side mix, and an inside mix. With the inside mix being the Atmos mixes, I believe they're named that way because an Atmos experience can put you inside the music, with the music immersing you, surrounding you, the music happening all around you. Okay, so I'm very, very excited about this. 10 of the tracks are already streaming in Atmos. I use Apple Music, but I'm pretty sure that they're also streaming on Tidal, Amazon Music, and whatever other providers stream Atmos at this time, if any. All right, so that is good news. But for me, the most exciting thing of all about this release is that Peter Gabriel is releasing the Atmos version of this album, the inside mixes, on Blu-ray. We get a physical release of an Atmos album from an absolute A-list, top-tier artist. Now, I have been able to hear 11 of the songs so far, at least in stereo, because we just had the 11th song released pretty recently. 10 of the songs are in Atmos because we've been through 10 full moons. 10 of the songs are in Atmos because we've been through 10 new moons. 11 of the songs have been released in stereo because we've been through 11 new moons. So very cool concept. I really like that Peter Gabriel has sort of tied the experience of each of these new songs to the lunar cycle. I think people are a little bit out of touch with, some of our natural history where seasons and lunar cycles, I think back in the day meant more when we didn't have electric light, when we didn't have, central heating and air. So I really like the concept. I think the idea of lunar cycles, it's just a very important facet of our lives, and I like that that's being refreshed and underscored here. So, like I said, the inside mixes will be released on Blu-ray. You'll have 2 options for that. You can either get a 2 CD Blu-ray set, in my opinion, at a very reasonable price, or you can go in for the ultra deluxe, where you get 4 LPs and 2 CDs and the Blu-ray, I believe. So that way you get all of the stereo content, you get the bright side, you get the dark side, and the inside mixes. And from what I understand, the Blu-ray will also contain, high-res lossless stereo. So you'll get all 3 kinds of mixes on the Blu-ray. Only the inside mixes will be in Atmos, but you'll also have the option of CDs, for listening in your car or on a boombox to give away to friends or to play Frisbee with. So very, very, very excited about this. I encourage you, if you have any question of whether you're going to enjoy this album musically, go ahead and audition it. Lots of options for that. It's up on Google. You can at least play previews, I believe. Or if you have some sort of a streaming service, then there are some options there. Peter Gabriel has a Bandcamp. So plenty of ways to decide whether this album is for you musically. For me, I want to say, just like initially, I haven't listened to the songs all that much, but I want to say that like the majority of them really land with me perfectly well. And a couple of tracks, we'll see. Maybe as I experience the album as a whole, they will make perfect sense. But your mileage may vary, and there's no accounting for taste. There are going to be those who are just going to love every single track of this album, and those that may find some of it enjoyable and all that. So very, very, very exciting news. Again, this album releases on December 1st. That's just a little bit over a month away. And we're going to have, vinyl, CD, and Blu-ray options. I really appreciate all of those format options, and especially that this album is being released physically on lossless Blu-ray. So we're not just going to have to, live with highly compressed streaming Atmos. We're going to get lossless Atmos. And, for those that are concerned about Atmos only releases, meaning no dedicated 5.1, no dedicated 7.1 mix, please understand that Atmos is basically some metadata that is embedded into a Dolby True HD bed mix. So if you have a system that is not Atmos capable, but is capable of Dolby True HD, you're going to hear like everything that the mixing engineer had to work with. Okay. Your AVR is not going to discard anything. It's just not going to read the metadata and, unfold some of the music out into, the Z axis of your room. It's not going to make use of the heights. Okay. But you are going to hear a Dolby True HD mix. Now, whether the engineer focused enough on the 5.1, on the 7.1 to make that as satisfying an experience as the Atmos experience, I really can't say. But, a lot of people out there are under the impression that, Atmos has to get folded down into 5.1 or 7.1 if that's the sort of system you have. And it's actually the opposite that's true. So I really think there is very little, if any, reason to avoid Atmos only releases and to be really all that concerned about it. If you don't have a system that's Atmos capable, but you already are enjoying surround in your home or wherever you enjoy surround, go for it. I think you are at least very often going to have a very satisfying experience. Okay. Now, like, back in the day before Atmos existed, not everybody liked every 5.1 mix or every 7.1 mix, anyway. So I really don't think that we're devolving here. Now we have the option of enjoying the Z axis, that height information, if possible. And if not, you're still getting, the X axis and the Y axis. You're still getting that surround experience, which, can be plenty immersive and just incredibly enjoyable. So I'm very, very excited about this release. Very excited that it's being released on Blu-ray. Very excited, that we get an artist who really seems to care enough about Atmos. He's engaged, a separate engineer just for that. And this should be, just a very special experience. I look forward to listening to all three of these very distinct versions of this album. And really, the music that I've heard so far, some of it is just like very engaging, very enjoyable, very exciting to me. I can't get the title track out of my head in a good way. It's an earworm, and it's encouraging. It's about, being included and being a part of this universe and a part of our world and a part of this experience. So I hope you are enjoying I.O., or if you're just waiting for album release, and you're excited about pre-order, or you're excited about ordering, when the album drops, I think it's just a wonderful thing. I can't mask my excitement. So this is the first new Peter Gabriel in multi-channel since I think his Up album, which might have been sometime around the year 2000. So this is a 5.1 SACD. And so if you want to experience some Peter Gabriel and multi-channel in the meantime, before December 1st, maybe try to track this down, but good luck with that. It is out of print, and I think it is usually, very pricey. Or you can always try to find a version of his multi-channel video collection called Play. It comes in the Live in Athens 1987 set, either Blu-ray or DVD. It also received a standalone release, but I think there may have been mastering issues, at least with the initial run of that. So try to track down Live in Athens 1987, DVD or Blu-ray, because it will come with the Play DVD as a bonus. And so you get a bunch of Peter Gabriel hits mixed in DTS 5.1. So anyway, I hope you have found this video enjoyable and informative. If you like what I do, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, leave comments, share these videos. I appreciate all of your support, and I hope that all of you are having a very happy Halloween and that you're all living life in surround.